What's up, guys? Welcome back to What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pro Sports Room. My name is Mike, and this is Caleb, and you are tuned into the 11th podcast called Gone Fishin'.
Yeah.
Gone fishing for a 2-year extension.
Gone fishing for 2 more 7 and 9 seasons.
Gone fishing
Maybe.
for 2 more
If we're
winless
lucky.
records.
If we're lucky. Might go winless. I don't know.
We got a lot for you this podcast, and we're really excited that you guys are here. Before we get started, let's go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Pulp Technology Solutions. Get a website, get online, get found. Whether it's
said it before you.
You got it, bud. Whether it's this phone, iPhone, water bottle, he's got your back. Whether it's your business, your website, your business's website.
Our website
is up, and it's really nice looking. Our first blog article is up, and that looks really nice.
Yes, Alex wrote a very nice article.
Did a very good job.
Very
good job. So we got plenty of that and more coming. But once again, shout out to Pulp Technology Solutions, and let's get into what we're talking about this week. As usual, we have our NFL Stardom Situm, our Pick 6, our Word of the Week. We have Big Newton getting benched for the very first play of the game.
And last time.
And yeah, for the very first and last time.
Yeah, you don't bench Cam.
Is Gronkowski done? Fisher gets a 2-year extension. Yeah. Now that Connor has his boxing license,
right to the core.
Floyd versus Connor, who would win? Speaking of Connor, Colin, I don't know how that worked out. Colin Kaepernick, right? Sounds like a fancy name.
Colin
Kaepernick's embarrassing gameplay, and
5 yards.
Is the 49ers sticking with him a good idea? Shout out to Justin Wagstaff for this question. Could Russell Westbrook average a triple-double all year long?
Little Oscar Robertson.
We're going to talk about college football playoff ranking, and we'll do some bowl predictions. And we're going to talk about the MLS.
We ain't got to do bowl predictions. They're already out.
No, like who's going to win what game.
Okay. Sorry.
Dumb. And Bryce Petty starts over Ryan Fitzpatrick for the rest of the last 4 games.
Aren't you happy? You get what you want.
Will this fix all of the Jets' problems? We'll get into that. Let's start it off with, is Gronk done?
He's not done, but he will never be to where he was.
So Gronk's not done, but Gronk's not Gronk.
Gronk is Gronkowski now.
Right.
He's not Gronk anymore.
He's not Robert the Gronk. He's Robert the Gronkowski.
No, he's just Robert Gronkowski. He's just bland now.
I don't think Gronk is done, but like I agree with you. I think he's gonna be one-dimensional.
Yeah, he's limited now. He's very limited now. They can't afford to have him hurt because he's still a great tight end, but I wouldn't risk it doing too much with him. They need to go ahead and draft a solid number 1 receiver. Take some pressure off.
He's not done, but the Patriots are. With him being out, with him being out, like this is going to ruin their playoff Super Bowl contention.
I don't know, man.
Like they're still going to make the playoffs. Obviously, they're not going to get knocked out of the playoffs.
I mean, I obviously don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl.
No,
but I still think that they'll go deep. You know.
I mean, they're going to have a first-round bye, so that's what I'm saying. Like they'll get the first-round bye, but I wouldn't be surprised if
they lose that first.
Lose that first game against Tennessee.
Maybe Kansas City will get that rematch.
Maybe Kansas City will get that rematch.
Maybe Kansas City will smack them off the earth too.
That might be true.
Hopefully.
But yeah, I think Gronk's done. I mean, it's like as much as I'm happy to say that Gronk is done, it kind of stinks like from a football perspective.
Yeah, because he's fun to watch.
He's cool to watch. He's
fun to watch on and off the field.
I don't really care for him off the field.
I think he's fun.
Nor on the field.
I think he's
I don't care for him at all. That's just the Jet speaking.
You like Aaron Hernandez.
Nope. Nope. I'm not looking at that.
I'm fixing to sign him.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up Ray Rice.
Alright.
You're so dumb. Colin Kaepernick went 1 for 5 for -5 yards and was sacked 5 times in 3 quarters.
Colin Kaepernick.
Now, the 49ers are sticking with him. Is this a good idea?
They don't really have anything, so just do whatever they want, because, I mean, your second quarterback's Blaine Gabbert, so maybe try Christian Ponder out. He can't do any worse, but, I mean, if we're being honest, Kaepernick's not having a bad season. I mean,
we're being honest.
He's had a last game. Bad last game.
If we're being honest, that wasn't a bad last game on his part.
It was a bad overall team game. But
I'm just saying, really think about it. He went 1 for 5 for -5 yards in 3 quarters. 3 whole quarters.
Yeah.
That's Kaepernick's fault? I mean, obviously he got one play, which was probably a screen, and it was tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Right, blown up.
That whole 49ers are the worst team in the league.
So that means that's Colin Kaepernick. Like, I'm not standing up for Colin Kaepernick, but it's definitely not his fault.
It's not his fault that they're 1-11.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it's not his fault that after 3 quarters you only let him throw the ball 5 times.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, it's Colin Kaepernick's fault. He's just a terrible quarterback. When 2-3 weeks ago,
Kelly needs to be fired.
He's going to Oregon.
He needs to.
He's going back to Oregon.
He needs to stay away from the NFL.
It's not Colin's fault, and I mean, 49ers don't really have anybody else to go with.
I would try Christian Ponder just because. I mean, your season's
You're going for the first. They're going for the first pick. They're going for Deshaun Watson. Just
yeah, because Kaepernick won't be there next season.
No.
With my luck, the Rams will sign them.
With my luck, the Jets will pick him up.
No, I think I have worse luck right now. So
I don't know, man.
I know.
It stinks.
It does. Why did we pick such bad teams?
Colors.
I really contemplated. I was like, should I just root for another team until Jeff Fisher just is out? Or
I just said, should I root for another team until the Jets actually make the playoffs?
But then I was like,
no.
Yeah, then I was like, I can't do that.
Nope.
I can't root for another team. I can root for another team, but they can't be my team.
I can root for another team, like, if it's, like, playoffs or, like, Super Bowl, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I hate the Patriots. I would totally rather see Dallas win.
See, that's where me and you are different. I like other teams a lot.
So do I.
No, like, I'll find myself rooting
for
them.
But I don't like the Patriots at all.
I don't think a lot of people do. They're like Alabama of the NFL. It's like, if you're a fan, you obviously love them, but if you're not a fan, that's like your most hated team.
Yeah.
It's not my most hated team, but
I don't mind Alabama, but
I hope they beat Ohio State. I hope Clemson. I hope Clemson beats Ohio State, but I hope that Ohio State gets to the national championship and they get.
You're getting too far ahead. You're getting too far ahead. You're getting too far ahead.
Blown out.
Bryce Petty came in the game last night after Ryan Fitzpatrick went
15 for 15, 300 yards.
I wish
5 touchdowns.
He went 11 for. He went 11. I'm sorry. He went. I think it was 11 for 24 or 25, 130 something yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Well, he came in at the end of the third quarter, or at the beginning of third quarter, and
start him the rest of the season.
He is. He's starting for the rest of the season, which is great. So is that going to fix all the Jets' problems? No, not at all.
No. You always got next season.
Bryce Petty is going to be really good in these next couple games because he's going to get time with he's going to get first team reps.
He's going to get bonding time.
Because there were about 3 balls that he threw to Robbie Anderson that were overthrown. And it's like there was one that he threw to Anunwa and to Brandon Marshall that were, they were looking the wrong way. So it's like once he gets acclimated with those players and just gives them a little bit more time, it's going to look good.
The offense is set, if you ask me. I mean, they got Bryce Petty, Forte, Brandon Marshall, Eric Decker's coming back. You got Anunwa, you got Anderson, you got...
it's just the offensive line needs a little bit more.
They need a little tweak, but if y'all get to draft Jabril Peppers this offseason, that's just going to help your defense tremendously.
If I were the owner, if I was Woody Johnson,
if you were Woody,
if I'm Jim McKagan, or Mike McKagan, because he's the GM, so he's going to run. Yeah. He's going to run everything in the offseason. If I was Mike McKagan, I would trade Sheldon Richardson the day trade deadline's open for a first-round draft pick to the Cowboys. And then I would trade that first-round draft pick and something else to get a little bit higher up in the drafting. And then I would draft Jabril Peppers and Leonard Fournette. And then...
I think Leonard Fournette's going to be a bust.
I just need a running back.
You got 2 of them.
Matt Forte is not going to last forever.
You got 2 of them.
Bilal Powell, and that's it.
You got 2 running backs. I think Powell's all right.
Right, Powell's all right, but
you don't really need a strong running game in the NFL nowadays.
Huh?
So you don't really need a strong running game.
Shout out to Tennessee.
Why don't you instead trade Sheldon Richardson to the Browns?
Because they're not going to take it for the first round.
I'm not saying that. For Isaiah Crowell.
No. It's not an even trade.
No. Not done. And like a second, third round pick. That's what I would do. Because Crowell's, he's not a bad running back at all.
Or we could trade Sheldon Richardson for Joe Hayden and a third round draft pick.
There you go. And then draft Jabril Peppers.
And then tell Revis he can either take a pay cut or he's cut.
Get off the team.
And if he says, I'll take a pay cut, say, cool, you're now a safety. And that's that. And if he says, well, I don't want to play,
well, then you're
cut.
Well,
we would pick up some offensive linemen and pick up a solid edge rusher, and we'll be good.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at a 10-6 team all over again.
Yeah.
And then just murder Tom Brady. So obviously, no, this doesn't fix all of the Jets' problems, but it does help that Bryce Petty's getting starting time because now we can actually see what he's working with. Tell you what, the man's got an arm. He was throwing some deep balls.
Oh yeah, I loved watching him at Baylor. He was amazing.
I think he's the real deal.
Yeah, he is.
I'm nervous because I feel like they're like the Jets are gonna listen to more of like the outspoken fans and are gonna pick up like a Mike Glennon, Jay Cutler, Tony Romo.
You see, though, Mike Glennon, I don't think he's a bad quarterback.
I don't think
he doesn't fit
quarterback, but we don't like the thing is like if we drafted 2 quarterbacks,
y'all are good.
We don't need a quarterback.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm hoping that we don't.
I would love to see Mike Glennon get picked up and start somewhere.
I wish he would.
He's a good quarterback. Maybe Houston. Maybe Houston will give him $70 million.
Ooh, that's a good one. Speaking of quarterbacks, Cam Newton got benched. Did you hear why he got benched?
Not wearing a tie.
For not wearing a tie on travel day.
This guy dresses to the nines every single day. If he don't want to wear a tie, he don't have to wear a tie.
And the funny thing is he even said, hey, look, I'm sorry for not wearing a tie. It just didn't match.
If it don't match, it don't match.
Don't
you don't wear it. Right.
So Carolina was like, you know what? You don't want to wear a tie? Fine. We'll bench you. And then, fun on them. Very first play Derek Anderson has, pick. Way to go.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Good job, Ron Rivera.
Oh, man.
But, I can kind of see it, like, from a disrespect standpoint, but you don't bench them. That's whenever you'd be like, hey, you know what? We're going to fine you a little bit for that.
I can understand, like, if he's violating dress code policy to where, like, he's wearing sweats and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
But he was still wearing a suit.
Yeah, I know.
Just without a tie.
I know, but, if your boss tells you to do something, you probably need to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
And there are...
what if it's in the gray area?
There's disciplinary actions.
What if it's in the gray area?
What does that
Like,
mean?
what if there was no, like, make sure you wear a tie? What if it was just, like...
Well, I'm sure if he got benched, they said, hey, guys, wear ties. He's just like, no, I'm good. I'm sure they said it.
I don't know, man.
But, he shouldn't have got benched. He should have got fined like $100.
He should have had to wear neckties on the field.
They should have had to made him wear a bolo tie.
There you go. That seems like a reasonable punishment.
You know,
Reasonable punishment. You don't...
like, how in school, if you didn't, like, have a uniform shirt, they'd give you one from the office?
That, or they make you wear that, like, really ugly yellow shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what they do. You don't want a tie? We're going to give you one of our ties. And it's like...
It's like a Christmas
really
tie.
Bad. Yeah.
It's like a 1980s Christmas tie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, that's your, but you know what? A lot of people would be like, oh man, swag.
No.
Yeah. Some people would.
Oh,
Look at
geez.
Russell Westbrook, the way he dresses.
Oh, boy.
Jeez.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this guy.
Speaking of bad coaching, Jeff Fisher gets a 2-year extension.
We all knew it was going to happen for some
Yes.
reason.
Way to go, Fisher.
Way to go, Rams. Way to go, Stan Kroenke.
Way to go, Fisher. Sticking it out and doing
Yeah.
what you had to do to...
Kroenke is a billionaire that does not care if his team succeeds, obviously.
Fisher is a smart guy for sticking with such a terrible team.
No, man. Fisher has something on somebody. That's why he's there still.
No,
he's
man.
got to have something.
Fisher realized that he was stopped short as a Tennessee Titan, as the head coach of the Tennessee Titans. He was stopped just short of winning that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So he decided to quit everything that he was and be a Rams coach and stop them just short of ever making the playoffs. You
Yeah.
guys won't make the playoffs
Sounds
until
about
Jeff
right.
Fisher dies.
Sounds about right.
It sounds like the Joe
Watch.
Namath curse.
Watch, as soon as we get rid of him, we're going to the Super Bowl. Watch.
You heard it here first. Once Jeff Fisher leaves, Rams to the Super Bowl.
Perfect 16-0 regular season, and we're gonna win the Super Bowl. Bye, Dolphins.
Bye, Dolphins.
Mm.
Don't no one like you anyways.
I think they're all right.
Nope.
I mean, they're not a good team, but I think they're an okay team. But I like them.
No.
I think they're okay.
No.
Growing up, that was my favorite team. Just because
No.
I was little, I didn't know any better.
All right. Well, I don't know about you, but for me, it's fantasy playoffs.
I gotta win one more game. I have
So you got
to
one
win.
more week in your fantasy?
I have to win this game, or I'm not in the playoffs.
I am in the playoffs in all 6 of my leagues.
Mm.
Last week was a win or go home, and I won.
Woo!
Like a boss.
Like you blew them out.
Hit by 30 points.
All right.
You know who came in clutch for me? Dennis Pita.
How many points did he get?
He had like 30. He had
Nice.
like he had like 3 touchdowns.
What's wrong with this guy?
He had like 3 touchdowns and 100 something yards.
All right then, Flacco.
Yeah.
Getting the
I was
ball
like,
to his man right
There we go.
Yeah, that was an
He didn't put up
embarrassing
Dwayne Allen numbers, but
Mm.
I think it was 30. He put up a bunch of numbers. With that being said, who's your starting sit-em?
Jameis Winston
All right.
against that New Orleans secondary,
There you go.
and his best friend, Mike Evans.
I thought his best friend was Rashad Green.
I don't know who his best friend
I
is,
think his best friend.
but it's
Oh,
looking.
okay.
But
Mike
it's
Evans.
looking like Mike Evans.
like
is
Mike
his
Evans.
best
I like
friend
that.
right now. Them third down conversions.
Their boss. Their
They
boss
are.
count.
Bucks are For real, right now.
Boss cat right now.
My sit-ems, Drew Brees against the hot Tampa defense.
Yeah.
They are looking good on both sides of the ball right now. And I am going to sit Tyler Eifert against the Browns, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. On, off. And plus, he was injured the first half of the season, so
Right.
there's no telling if he's fully healed or not. So we'll see.
Stardom, DeMarco Murray. He's fresh off a bye week. Fresh. Going up against that. I'm pretty sure it's the Indianapolis Colts. Let them run all over that. DeMarco Murray is I'm sorry. They're going against the Denver Broncos. That's my bad. And I'm still letting DeMarco Murray run all over that team. Yeah, DeMarco don't play.
DeMarco don't play that.
DeMarco don't play that. And my other stardom is Matt Forte, running up against historically the worst rush defense in San Francisco 49ers. My sit-ems.
I couldn't tell after the first game of the season.
Yeah, pretty much.
28 now.
20.
Still mad about that.
My sit-ems, Mark Ingram.
Yep.
And Robert Gronkowski.
What? Not that he's on IR or nothing.
My sit-ems would be Julio Jones. I don't think Julio's going to blow up for a big game. He's very inconsistent.
Who are they playing?
You guys.
See, I don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
Like I told my dad, I was like, I don't even care anymore. I'm just not even gonna watch.
We just,
You know, why would I even pay attention to this?
Now you know how it feels like to be me.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No.
So, someone who feels like us is our sponsor, Polk Technology Solutions.
Why does he feel like us?
Because he's a Jets fan too. So
yeah.
He's not too happy, but he does happy and great work on your business.
He does happy work. He makes you happy.
Yep, he knows how to turn that frown upside down. I don't know.
Good job.
Anyways, good job, George. Get a website, get online, get found. Whether it's your business, his business, my business, all of our business, you know, he's always there to help you out. He's affordable. He's really easy. Go call him or go to his website and mention Pro Sports Room, and he'll hook you up.
He will.
He'll give you a discount.
He will.
I don't know how much, but he likes us.
$1 off.
A minimum $1 off is what he'll give you off of your next package.
Problem.
And he's got you.
Mm-hmm.
He's got you.
He'll hold you.
He might hold you. He's a really nice guy. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Let us know.
Thank you, Polk Technology Solutions.
Yeah.
And let's keep rolling. Let's do our pick six. What? All right, pick six.
Okay.
Oakland versus Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Wow. Oakland.
It's gonna be a real good game. I can't wait
is.
to watch that.
It's gonna be
I'm gonna freaking go
Derek
over
Carr's
and watch it.
6th fourth quarter or OT comeback.
No, girl.
Yeah,
They're
girl.
gonna lose.
Jets versus San Francisco.
Jets are gonna win.
Yeah.
Bryce Petty's gonna get his first win.
Yes.
Thanks to a very great help in the running game.
A lot of play action.
Forte and Powell are gonna have 150 yards each.
Ooh, I like that.
Nice, right?
Atlanta versus LA.
Atlanta.
I'm going upset with LA.
No, Atlanta's
Only
gonna
reason why
tear
I'm
us
saying-
up.
Only reason why I'm saying LA is because if Atlanta loses and Tampa wins, Tampa is in full sole position of first place
and you know what? Don't
in
get me
that
wrong.
division.
I hope that we do win. Like, I don't hope that we win. I hope we lose the rest of our games this season. But I would like to see the Bucks
I think LA's going to win.
control their destiny.
Dallas versus the Giants.
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 Giants are gonna win.
I'm thinking, the only reason I'm saying that is because They got blown out last week against Pittsburgh, and they're gonna come back and
OBJ is gonna show up big.
yeah,
Week.
there's gonna be a big game this week.
Big upset.
So New Orleans versus Tampa.
Tampa.
I'm going Tampa.
Tampa's gonna win by big numbers.
I don't know if it'll be by
Big numbers.
but it'll be one of those shootouts. I just feel like it'll be a shootout.
Like 40-40.
Like 45,
49.
one of those. Like 45-42.
Okay.
45-35.
All right then.
Even then, it's still 90 or
Still
it's still
a shootout.
80 points.
Still a shootout.
So I got Tampa. Baltimore versus New England.
Baltimore. I think Baltimore will pull off an upset. They're
I
looking
think
good.
I think Baltimore will.
They're looking good.
I think Baltimore will. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
I like it.
I like it. All right. So Conor McGregor got his boxing license.
Yeah.
So
And he will never fight Floyd Mayweather.
well, I wish he would.
I wish
but
he would too.
If he did,
If he did.
who would win?
Floyd.
Conor.
Floyd
Conor.
would win.
Conor would
Just
win.
because
There's a thing.
it's a boxing match. Floyd is
Right.
the greatest defensive boxer of all time.
It's not
Conor would not
defensive if
hit-
you run.
Yeah, it is.
No,
49
because then it's not. Then it's not.
speaks
Then it's not boxing.
for itself.
I just feel
Listen,
like
man,
this
he's
man
49
has
and
glass.
0 for a reason.
He has glass hands. He punches
Listen,
that Irish jaw of McGregor,
it's
and
not
it's
like
not
Luke
gonna.
Cage,
It's not
right?
gonna do anything. It's just gonna break his glass jaw.
All he's got to do is
glass-
hit him enough times and get a unanimous decision.
That's the thing is he won't hit him enough times because they're both quick, man. You're underestimating McGregor, man.
Not
McGregor's
underestimating
quick.
him. He can't just go in there and start swinging like they do in UFC.
Yeah,
This
he
is
can.
an art,
Yeah,
and Floyd will dodge every
and
single one of
UFC is an art.
No.
It's not
Floyd
you just
will
run up
dodge.
and jump on somebody.
them. Floyd will dodge everything that white boy has.
No,
Yeah,
that Irish boy is gonna swing all over that man.
no. Now, if it was any other kind of fight, street brawl, MMA, whatever, Conor
would
wins
win, yeah.
easy.
But Conor still wins this.
No,
so.
like Conor wins easy.
This would be a
But
close.
boxing match.
This would be a close match, and I got Conor by unanimous decision. I got
Floyd.
Conor by TKO.
No man, Floyd wins.
I got Conor
Floyd
by
ain't
TKO.
been knocked out in 49 tries.
No, it's because it's hard to get knocked out when you keep running.
That's all right. He's 49-0 for a reason.
You
buddy.
can pay me $150 billion to run around in a ring. I'll do it right now
Why haven't you done it then?
because
Exactly.
I can't. I'm not allowed.
Because Floyd is a master
Because I would
of
wreck.
defense.
I would wreck Floyd Mayweather with my running skills.
No,
Have you seen my juke?
Yeah.
Gone.
Floyd wins.
Conor wins.
No discussion.
It was the discussion because we
No
just discussed
discussion. Oh yeah. End of discussion.
it. There you go.
Floyd wins.
All right. Could Russell Westbrook average a triple double all year like Oscar Robertson? Shout out to Justin for the topic, by the way.
Good. I would like to see him do it. I don't know if he could. If anybody's gonna do it.
I feel like he could. Like he is. You might as well just change the name from the Oklahoma City Thunder to the Oklahoma City Westbrooks.
Now, I mean, he could do it, but I don't want him to do it just because, like, that's a lot of wear and tear. Like, you got to be ready for the playoffs. You know what I mean? But
I think he'll do it. I think he'll do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's still young, so I mean, maybe he's just. I mean, he's gonna have that almost month break for the All-Star break.
You know, I'll give it to him. I think he'll do it. I would love to see him.
And
do
once
it.
he does it, he'll win MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, every Player of the Year, Rebound Player of the Year,
Coach of the Year,
Coach of the Year, Most Valuable Team of the Year,
Sixth Man of the Year,
Sixth Man of the Year,
because he's playing
Most
every
Valuable
position.
Owner of the Year,
Yep.
Best Referee of the Year,
Best League of the Year, everything. Russell wins.
He'd win the FIFA de Balloon Award.
Athlete of the Year.
He would win NFL MVP. he would.
And on top of all this, Roger Goodell will fine him.
He would win the Golden Boot.
$10,000.
He would win the Golden Boot in every soccer league.
Yep.
And the Golden Glove.
Golden Glove. He'll be a Cy Young winner. He's going to win the Heisman also.
He's also going to have a golden jacket.
Lombardi Trophy. He's going to win the green jacket Masters.
The green jacket. I'm sorry, not the golden jacket.
No, I'm talking about green for
I'm
golf.
talking golden from Happy Gilmore.
Oh. Yeah. Man, I still can't believe Shooter McGavin blew a 9-stroke lead.
Yeah, you thought Golden State was bad?
Jeez. Shooter. Man.
Never forget.
Mm.
Jeez, man.
I still think the Warriors was worse.
Your mom is a great person, and she would hate you. She would hate you for saying something
Dad
like that.
watches this every
and your
podcast.
dad would be so upset. Mom and dad would be so upset for you saying something like that. Anyways, MLS Cup Final is this Sunday. And guess who called the final?
We called it.
We called the final.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so who you got? Oh, so I meant to tell you this. Last week I was wrong. I think it was last week or the week before. I was wrong.
I was right.
Toronto has never made the finals. So these two teams have never made the finals before.
Nice.
So
I got Toronto.
Do you? Yeah.
Okay then.
I'm going with 6. I'm going Toronto and a shootout.
Now, is the most important question of the game, is Drake going to be there?
Probably because it's in Toronto.
Okay then.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's only one game.
They're going to win.
It's not like it's
NBA series.
Well, no, because usually they do aggregate goals where they play one game at home, one game away, one game at home, one game away.
Oh.
Like during the playoffs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll have it's like a 2-game series. So you one team will start out at home and then the next week they'll play at an away stadium.
Okay.
Just so it's fair.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Toronto.
I'm going Toronto.
Wins it.
I'm going Toronto.
Sorry, Seattle.
So with that being
Good
said,
season.
as you guys know, we are huge Orlando City soccer fans, and the Tampa Bay Rowdies is a team that's in obviously Tampa.
The Rowdies.
But they were formerly in the NASL, which is the North American Soccer League, and moved up to the USL, which is United Soccer League, and now they said that they're making a huge push to go to the MLS, which is Major League Soccer.
Wow.
Yeah, don't try.
2 Central Florida teams.
Don't try.
Well, why not?
Don't try.
Why not?
Because anything that goes, anything soccer in Central Florida goes through Orlando.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you, I will put everything on it right now that Tampa cannot equate to anything that Orlando does within their first 3 seasons. Orlando's already been in there 2 seasons, and they have the second highest average out of any MLS team
Listen,
in
I'm
sports
not
right now.
disagreeing with you. Because I was going to say something like, don't underestimate Tampa, but I was only saying that because the Lightning are the #1 franchise.
Right.
But the Bucks, not a good fan base.
I mean, no one
Rays.
shows up to the. No one shows. It's
The
hard
Rays
because
is a horrible.
no one
fan
shows
base.
up to the games because Floridians it's hot outside, so they don't want to sit outside.
Hot.
It's hot.
It's
They don't want to sit out there in the hot. That's why a lot of people go
to
to Lightning games because
It's cold.
It's cold and it's
Feels
nice
good.
inside. I can guarantee you right now, Tampa doesn't have a strong Spanish heritage like Orlando does. Orlando's owner is Brazilian, their main soccer player is Brazilian, and their
Brazil.
entire fan base
Is Brazilian.
is quoted from Brazil.
Nice.
The chants that they do are Brazilian.
All
and
right,
it's
then.
you're like, oh, okay, cool.
You feel Brazilian
Right,
when you go there.
you go there and you're like, oh, and you get crazy. Now Tampa, you turn that over there, I can guarantee you most of the people aren't gonna understand what soccer is. They're just gonna be like, yeah, it's whatever. I've seen this. I don't care. It's not. I mean,
They'll
I
do
heard
it.
they weren't.
They'll do it because it's cool at first, and then they'll stop going.
Well, it's gonna be hard because it's like just because Tampa's coming up with one, Miami is supposed to be coming up with one in the next 2 years.
Now Miami would be a better.
Miami has one coming, and then right up north is Atlanta. So you're literally gonna have 4 teams in 2 states.
This ain't the NFL.
It's not the NFL, so you're only gonna be able to keep up with 2, and I think it's gonna be Orlando and Miami. Miami's gonna skyrocket.
Yeah.
Because of how great of a Spanish influence they have down there. But if I was Tampa Bay, stick with NASL or USL, run the tables there, show everyone that you're real good down there.
And just stay.
And
stay in your own lane.
Stay in your own lane. Because just remember, everything soccer has to go through Orlando first.
Know your lane. Okay.
Anything in Central Florida soccer, I mean Central or Northern really, because I mean Jacksonville's not going to come out with a team. If they do, it's going to be more Atlanta. So anything Central Florida, it's got to go through Orlando, and you're not going to get anything like. I mean, Orlando has their own privately funded stadium being built within the first 3 years.
That's right.
It's not happening. Not happening.
Not happening.
Not happening. All right. How was your reaction to the college football playoff rankings?
I obviously didn't like it, but it is what it is.
I feel like Penn State should have got in because
they should have because they beat.
I feel
Ohio
like
State.
they beat Ohio State and
they got the Big Ten championship.
And they got the Big Ten championship.
Ohio State don't have the Big Ten championship, but they're in it. I don't know. Speaking of college football playoff rankings,
shout
out to Alex again. Check out his article about why it should be an 8-team playoff.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
We sure did. And so, we agree with him.
I said 6, but
because
I like 2 bye teams. Just
you gotta go hard though.
Let them get 2 bye weeks. Keep it like NFL. Do 2 bye weeks and
these kids. These are kids. Make them work for it.
Right. That's the point. They ain't getting paid for it.
Make them work for it.
Bowl games.
Bowl games.
Oh man. I'm sorry you got cheated.
Sorry
you got cheated.
That's alright.
We're going to read off a couple bowl games that we're excited for. First one that I'm excited for.
And only you're excited for.
Yeah, the only one that I'm really excited for.
No, I'm talking about the only person.
No, I'm not the only person that's excited for this game.
Who watches the Boca Raton Bowl?
I do. Because it's Western Kentucky versus Memphis.
There's not going to be anybody in the stands.
I can guarantee
you're going to be the only one watching.
I can guarantee you that there will be over 500 people in the stand.
Maybe.
I can guarantee that. I got Western Kentucky big. I'm talking like
beating Memphis?
Yeah, 48-21. Yeah, I'm calling Boca Raton Bowl, Western Kentucky 48-21. Russell Athletic Bowl, Miami versus West Virginia. I don't know how West Virginia's doing, so I'm going to give Miami one. I'm going to give this one 28-17. 28 Miami, 17 West Virginia. Orange Bowl, Michigan versus Florida State University. This one's going to be a low scoring game.
No, girl.
Yeah, girl.
We're going to win like 35. Write this down. 35-10.
All right, that's Caleb's. And mine is a more realistic number, 17-14.
Who's winning?
Michigan's going to win.
That's right.
17-14.
That's right.
The Fiesta Bowl, Ohio State versus Clemson.
Clemson's going to win, and they're going to put their foot on Ohio State's throat, and they're going to crush their windpipes.
How much is what's the score?
48-0.
48-0. I don't want Ohio State to win, but it's going to be 28-27 overtime.
Ohio State wins?
Ohio State wins.
Oh, dang it.
Who's Alabama playing?
They are playing Washington.
Alabama versus Washington. And what bowl is that again?
I believe it is the Cotton Bowl.
No, Cotton Bowl is Western Michigan versus Wisconsin.
That's true.
That's what you put.
And I was right. I don't know. Nobody knows.
The Cotton Bowl is Western Michigan versus Wisconsin. And I think we can all agree that Wisconsin's going to win that
Yeah,
game.
even though Western Michigan's 12-0,
No,
good job.
no one cares.
Yeah, you're gonna see why you weren't invited to the playoffs.
Birmingham Bowl, University of South Florida versus South Carolina. Yeah, go Bulls, go. That'll be a 35-24 game.
Quentin Flowers is gonna have 400 total yards.
He's gonna have 200. He's gonna have 300. He's gonna have 275 passing yards and 130 rushing yards.
That's right.
And he's gonna accumulate for all, or he's gonna accumulate for all 5 touchdowns of USF, 3 passing, 2 rushing.
It's true. We've seen him.
We've seen it live. You guys have seen it. Rose Bowl, Penn State versus USC.
Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State.
Penn
I'm
State.
going.
PSU.
I'm going 40 because I don't know how you get 40, but they're gonna get 40 somehow.
40 flat.
They're gonna get 40 flat. USC is gonna get 20 flat. It's gonna be a 40-20 kind of game.
Jeez, they're gonna win by 20.
Yeah, they're gonna win by 20. Alabama versus Washington. Alabama
58.
100,000. That's actually 1 million. So Alabama 1 million.
To 999,000.
Washington 1.
You can't get one, but they'll get one.
They'll get one somehow. They'll get a safety, but only half of the safety counts.
But it'll be like, hey guys, just chill. You're only getting one.
It's at this point, Nick Saban is up 999,993 points.
No, they're up 1 million, but
No.
like,
They're up 993,990 or 999,993, and right before Alabama scores again, they say, "You guys should probably give Washington a point," and they just give Washington a courtesy point.
yeah, like 1 point.
So that puts Alabama.
So that being said, Washington will break a record.
Yeah,
Good job.
Alabama versus OSU. And Alabama wins by
50,000.
It'll be
million.
It'll be 54 to 15. Nothing but field goals for Ohio
Get
State.
that revenge.
So yeah, hopefully you guys like this. Hopefully you guys check us and keep up with us on this. I mean, I'm not a big on college, but I love bowl season.
Bowls.
Because I love Todd Bowles. Yeah, dude, I don't mind Todd Bowles. He's a real nice guy.
I like him.
Hey,
Mike, what's your word of the week?
I don't know yet, man. My word of the week is...
Flabbergasted.
No, my word of the week is pick 6. And the reason why my word of the week is pick 6 is because for the first time in NFL history, Blake Bortles has more pick 6s than he does wins. So I don't know if I should clap or if I should just
look away.
Send my condolences.
You just leave it alone.
But
Look away. It's one of them things like you see something bad, you just look away.
And it's like, Blake, man, you're such a good quarterback.
Debatable.
But there's just something wrong with this statistic.
There's something wrong with you, Blake.
Oh, man,
Find yourself.
Blake, we love you on Pro Sports, but
Find yourself.
Find yourself, man.
Meditate or something. I don't know.
You gotta figure it out, man. You're so close, but you're so close, but yet so far away.
Yeah, he brings life to that phrase. Yeah.
It's like he brings life to the phrase taking 1 step forward, taking 15 steps back.
Mm-hmm. He sure does.
At one moment you're like, Blake Bortles, garbage time.
Everybody this season was like, at the beginning of the season was like, oh man, Blake Bortles is going to tear it up this season.
And now
he is tearing it up this season. He's tearing
it
up
the wrong way.
This whole franchise he's
tearing it up in the wrong way.
So, in one way, you are right. He is tearing it up.
I feel so bad for Blake Bortles, but
oh well.
I think
Put Chad Henne in.
I think this is
Michigan
the end.
Man.
This is the end.
This is the end.
This is the story of a podcast No, I didn't
Don't
like
do
it.
that.
No,
I
it
don't
wasn't
like it
very
either.
good.
So yeah, that is the end of our podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe, like our Facebook page, our Twitter, follow us on Instagram, all that good stuff. We will be back next Thursday for your next podcast.
Enjoy it, guys.
Enjoy it. Goodbye.
Okay, this rap pack to my pulse flat. We keep it real, no false rap. I got 4 cars and they all black. Got 4 bras and they all that. We call that ballin'. Doing this is my calling. Flow is so